Hey guys, welcome back to my Etsy channel. This is Nancy from nancybadillo.com and welcome to another Etsy video. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about Etsy title tips for 2019 and whether you should do Etsy keyword stuffing or not. So guys, before I proceed with the video, if this is your first time visiting my Etsy channel and you want to scale your business to the next level, don't forget to subscribe today. I upload weekly videos on Etsy and also how to grow and make an impactful business online. So don't forget to subscribe. The reason why I wanted to make this video is because I was talking to another Etsy seller today about Etsy titles and whether you should change the title to something shorter or whether you should keep all the keywords in your title. Now, I have done it both ways. I have some of my stores still have the old way, which was, you put as many keywords as you can in the title. And then some of my newer stores now have the newer way, which is the changes that Etsy made of last year in October, which is writing a shorter, simple title. Now, Etsy recommends, right, to use your title to tell shoppers what your items are in a simple few words. And ultimately, that's what it is. The title basically will tell the customer what you're selling. And it should be easy to read. It should be easy for them to know exactly what you're selling. And I kind of understand why they did the change. If you really think about it, if you have a whole bunch of keywords and you're just stuffing them, it does make it harder to understand what exactly you're selling, especially if using different keywords that maybe don't really, it describes what you're selling, but could cause some type of confusion. And that's what you want to avoid. And that's the reason why Etsy made the changes or suggests for you to make those changes is because they're looking out for the customer. They want to make sure that the customer makes an informed decision when looking at your title. They should be able to read it. They should be able to read the title and know exactly what you're selling. But if for some reason when they read the title, it leaves some type of confusion and they don't really know what they're buying from you, that's when the customer either one messages you to ask you a question about that listing or simply goes to the next competitor that sells a similar item like yourself. So therefore, I do understand the reasoning behind it. Now, when when you do a title, what you want to make sure that you do is continue to do SEO best practices, which is using the main tag or keyword. Tag and keyword is the same. The main tag or keyword that you want to rank for in the beginning of your listing titles, because it does have a strong influence not only on Etsy search, but also other search engines like Google, Yahoo, or Bing, wherever your listing might appear when somebody does a search. That's something that would never change. So whether today Etsy says do a title that's short and tomorrow Etsy says, you know what, we're going to go ahead and go back to the old way, do a lot of keywords, and then they go back to, okay, maybe do let's do these different changes on your title. One thing that will never change, that is always going to be consistent, is that you have to always put your main keyword slash tag that you're trying to rank for in the beginning of that sentence. And that's an SEO on page factor. It has never changed. And this is how not only Etsy works, this is just how the search engine understands what you're selling. This is something that you will see when somebody blogs. This is something that you would do if you have an Amazon. This is something that you would do if you have a website or if you sell, let's say, on Shopify or any other platforms. This is something that you will learn and you will, pretty much do all across in different platforms. So for SEO best practices, keep in mind that your main keyword should be in the beginning. You shouldn't be using instant download wedding custom invites. You should put wedding custom invites in the beginning and maybe put at the end instant download. You shouldn't be putting free shipping in the beginning. You shouldn't be doing SKU 20167 wedding invites instead download. No, you should always put the main keyword in the beginning of your title and anything additional at the end of your title for two reasons. One is an SEO best practice, and two, the end of the title usually gets truncated. You want to make sure that your title limit or characters is not over 140. Anything that you put additional, it won't, fit because it won't let you add more characters. However, the end of that title, just keep in mind it will be truncated, especially if somebody's looking at it in their mobile device. If they're looking at it in the computer, they'll be able to see the whole title, or at least majority of the title. But if they're looking from a mobile phone, which majority of people shop from their mobile phone, it is truncated a little bit more. So just keep that in mind. So I'm going to give you an example of what keyword stuffing is and another example of what kind of like what Xe wants you to do. So, oops. So this is an example of stuffing keywords in your title. So custom wedding invite, that's one keyword. Wedding invitations, that's another keyword. Do-it-yourself invites, that's another keyword. Elegant invite, flower invites. So that kind of shows you that you're putting a whole bunch of keywords. So someone might look at this title and be like, okay, custom wedding invites. Wait, do it yourself invites? I thought it was custom made. Is she gonna do it? Or do I do it? But then it says invites at the end, flower invites. So they'll start doing that. And that's what Xe doesn't want you to do, or doesn't want the buyer to do. So when next time that you write your titles, you have to think about it in both ways, in two ways. You have to meet your SEO best practice, but then you also have to meet the customers, right? The buyers, the people that are going to buy from you. So you want to make sure that you not only include your main keywords or phrases that customers are going to be searching for your item, but you also want to make it easy and simple so the customer can make an informed decision. They could read the title and know exactly what they're buying without any confusion. That's what you want to do ultimately. If you have keyword stuffing at the current moment and you feel like, okay, I don't want to really change my keywords, I don't think that by you changing them necessarily, if you put them shorter, it's going to skyrocket your sales. I don't think that's the case. I just think it's just going to be easier for buyers to know what you're selling without, just to avoid any confusion. I know for myself, I could contest that a couple people have messaged me before because I have, put all these tags in my title, and people get confused sometimes. And they'll message me and say, hey, in your title you have this, but I'm a little confused about this. So therefore, I know that it does cause some confusion. And I think that Xe tries to do their best to innovate their system, right? To innovate how everything works together and helps. Because ultimately, if you make more money, they make more money. So they're not going to recommend something that they haven't really thought about, right? That they haven't seen enough people get confused, right? So therefore, in my opinion, I think that you should write simple titles, but then also you should put in the main tags that you want to rank for. So this is like an example of something that you could do. Custom wedding flower invitation for your special day. So you could do something like that. Or you could say custom wedding invitations. Get yours today's personalized. So you kind of do stuff like that. If you could at least add 2 different keywords in there, if you could make it flow and make it sound natural, that's what I would do. So if one is custom wedding invites, you could say custom wedding invites. You can personalize invites, or you could purchase your personalized invites with us today, or something like that. And then you kind of put in 2 tags instead of 1. But just keep in mind that your main tag that you want to rank for should be in the beginning of your listing, and anything after that, maybe another keyword if you can. But remember, the end of the 140 characters really doesn't matter. It will be truncated. It's more in the beginning. But this is a short, tutorial that I kind of wanted to talk about because I know that there's so many people out there that, you know, they say, no, you should do keyword stuffing or you should do it this way. I don't think either way is wrong. Even though Etsy does recommend the simple short titles, I think either way is okay. But I do see their point of view that if you have a simple short title, it makes it easier for the customer to know what they're buying, to avoid unnecessary messages to your store, and to also avoid any confusion. So therefore, simple short titles would be the best way to do it. But don't forget, you know, to add your main tag. That way you're still meeting your SEO best practice, but then you're also meeting a customer's point of view of when they're looking at your listing. So I hope that this tutorial helped you today to kind of understand a little bit more about Etsy titles and tags. If you have any questions about this subject, make sure that you leave them below in the comment section. Don't forget, guys, to please like, comment, and share this video. And thank you for watching.